Sometimes the answer's in the question. Hi, my name's Ed Riggins, but most people just call me Riggo, and welcome back to Thoughts for Thursday. So first off, credit where credit is due. The answer's in the question is the title of a song by the great singer-songwriter Bob Seger. I came across it again the other day, and it got me thinking, aren't there times in life when the answer's in the question? It's just that straightforward. Here's a good example. You're out with some friends, having a good time, having a few drinks, laughing, joking. Next thing you know, it's a few hours later, and you find yourself asking, should I drive home? That's a no-brainer. If you're asking the question, the answer's no. Get a ride with somebody who hasn't been drinking, call a car, whatever, come back, get your car the next day, just deal with it. But the answer's in the question. But how about something more subtle, like work? Wow, is it time to get another job? Sometimes the answer's in the question. Not always the answer's yes. The thing about work is, the nature of it is a little bit stressful sometimes. Johnny Paycheck had a song back in the 70s called Take This Job and Shove It. It was a big hit because he tapped into the sentiment of everybody who's ever worked for money and had a boss. Some days you just feel that way, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the repeated sort of existential, is it time to get another job? I'm talking about these times when something, I'm using this job as an example, colors everything else in our lives. In my experience, again, continuing the job example, people who are pretty happy with the choice they've made in their job and their career, go to work, do something, hopefully with pride and a lot of confidence, enough that the market's willing to pay them money. Then they use that money to have a life. They have friends, they have relationships, they have family members, they have hobbies, they have other things that are important to them, and work just fits into the overall rhythm of things. But during those times when the constant asking of the question, is it time to get another job, or something else like that, sometimes the answer's in the question and we just don't want to face up to it. I'll offer you this scene just as a way of framing this if you're dealing with a difficult question. I was with a friend the other night. We were talking about some pretty tough stuff, and there was a moment. There was a pause. We were both silent. I'd just ask him a question, or maybe he'd ask himself a question, but there was a pause, and then he did this. I call it the deep sigh of acceptance. Almost every time I've made a big decision in my life, particularly if it's something with the risk really high, there was a pause and there was a deep sigh when I said to myself, okay, I got to deal with this. Just something to think about. Great to be with you. Hope you come back next week. Thanks.
Doors closed.